Hey, what's going on, guys? So my name is Ipe. I make seven figures on the internet by ranking websites in Google. And today I want to talk about why SEO is one of the best skills to learn if you want to make consistent long-term income on the internet. So yeah, I'm just gonna go off the top here. I mean, SEO is something that has changed my life. I've been doing SEO for the last 8 years, so I know how consistent it is. And over the last 8 years, I've done a bunch of other things to try to make money on the internet. First of all, SEO stands for search engine optimization. It's your ability to basically rank a website in Google's search engine. So, and the reason why it's such a lucrative skill set is, you know, now TikTok is coming on the rise as like a widely used search engine, but still for most professionals and most people that are needing products or services on the internet, we go to Google, right, to search. So when you have a SEO skill and you can rank your own website or you can rank a client's website, it's very, very useful because once you rank a website in Google, then it generates free organic traffic and you can go after buyer intent keywords. So instead of just ranking for whatever, anything that people are searching, for example, like how to properly clean wooden floors, that's going to be more of like a guide, right? Like a guide on how to do that, and that person that's looking for a guide is not necessarily trying to look for a service to buy or product to buy, right? But if you can target best wooden floor cleaning supplies or cleaning solution, that person is looking for like a top 10 list of the best cleaning supplies for wooden floors. That person is more ready to purchase a product, right? So that's a very lucrative keyword to rank for. It's called a buyer intent keyword. Same with what we do and what we teach our students is to go into local lead generation space, which is to, again, rank for buyer intent keywords such as roofers near me or towing companies in Dayton, Ohio, or dentists, the best dentists near me. These people are looking for local services, right? And we teach students how to build and rank our own lead generation websites at the top of the Google search engine. We get that buyer intent traffic organically for free, and then we can generate the lead because we put our own tracking phone number on the site. And then that phone number is now a lead. Then we can redirect that phone number using our call tracking software to any local company in the area. And then once we generate that lead for a local company, it attaches a whisper message. It lets them know that we were the one that sent them the lead, and these companies pay us on a monthly basis, right? And that's essentially the model of the lead generation business model. But there's also many other ways to make money with SEO, such as if you get like a lawyer or a dentist, they already have a well-established brand and they want more brand exposure on Google, which is very, very powerful because, when you rank at the top of Google, people already kind of look at you as an authority, right? Because you're at the top. So at the top of Google search engine is kind of, it increases your credibility in essence. And you can also, as an authority, begin to rank for a bunch of other guides, or maybe if you're a law firm, you can, write a bunch of articles about DUI accidents and what to do, and you can become an authority in the space. Another reason why SEO is such an amazing skill to learn is it's got high barrier to entry, meaning that it's not too easy for most people to figure out how to do SEO. It's not, Google doesn't want people to really do SEO because Google doesn't really want people to game their system. Because Google relies on people to be clueless so that they buy their AdWords, which is the ad space right above the organic rankings, right? And, Google has a complex algorithm that takes into account like 300 different ranking factors. and Google's never gonna really tell you exactly the right formula that allows you to get to the top of the Google search engine, because why would they? Because if you knew the exact formula, you could game the system every time and get an unfair advantage and rank all your websites to the top. And Google doesn't want that, because if you just know the way, and you can manipulate the search engine, and you can rank bunch of if you rank bunch of low quality websites or websites with the wrong, inaccurate information, just by gaming the system, you can get to the top, and that makes Google's search engine less credible, right? But over the years, Google has come up with many patents to ensure that their search engine isn't easily gamified. So, back in the day, you could point a bunch of backlinks to a site and get it to rank, but that's a problem, because now people could potentially rank inaccurate information to the top of the search engine. So there was an issue before where somebody would ask to Google, how many legs does a horse have? And then, an inaccurate website would be at the top. It would say 3 legs, for example. That was one of the examples. I saw a screenshot of it, even, of that happening. So, and that obviously leaves a bad user experience for people, and then people won't come back to Google for answers, right? So this is a very, very big problem for Google that Google's been trying to fight all the time. This is why Google always comes up with algorithm updates to make sure their websites, or the website that they're serving, is as accurate as possible, because that's Google's business. Google needs to serve the best, highest quality information to the top of search engines. So as SEO, it's an ever-evolving field, which is one of the reasons what makes it interesting for me, because it's never a static thing. It's a constant practice of learning the new patterns and implementing the changes, testing new things, and then seeing what's working, what's not, which is why it's important, I feel, as a professional SEO, to be part of communities. Our local lead generation group alone, we have 7,000 students. So, I do a live videos in there all the time as one of the coaches of latest SEO updates. One of the things that Google has rolled out as of late is what's called NLP, which stands for natural language processing, which is almost like using artificial intelligence to fact check your content, right? So it's not just about pointing backlinks anymore. It's about having really accurate language on your site. And Google, with NLP, natural language processing, can literally read the English language and understand if your content has too much fluff, how accurate is it, how much original content it has, how creative and original it is. It can understand all. It's getting really good at understanding all these things. Now, as pertaining to you, if you're somebody trying to look for ways to make money online, the reason why, if you are now discovering our business model of lead generation and the skill set of SEO, ranking, Google, why you should get excited to get into this space is to understand, going back to, if you want to get into a business that's going to be stable long term, you want barrier to entry. You don't want a skill set that's too easy for anybody to flood in and saturate, because when a business model has low barrier to entry, it gets saturated really quick. Now, when it gets saturated, you're dealing with more competition, which means the price is going to drop, which means you're going to get paid less profit margin. You're going to get paid less, and you're going to have to do more work. So these are such things like, Facebook ads, if you're a drop shipper, or if you're running an agency, if you're doing Facebook ads, it's very, very saturated at this point, which means cost per click has gone up exponentially in the last 3-4 years, which means less profit margin for you if you're a drop shipper, and less profit margin if you're doing an agency as well. And it's more difficult to stay profitable because Facebook ads, it works by inventory, right? The more people that run the ads, the higher the cost per click is going to be. And the problem with Facebook ads is it's so easy for anybody to learn and get started, because that's Facebook's game. Facebook makes money when more people use the ads. Google does not benefit from more people knowing SEO, which is why SEO is exponentially more of a difficult skill set to master. which gives me an advantage because once you master it, then you have way less competition. It's more lucrative. It's more of a valued skill set in the marketplace. And, you know, making money is all about solving the biggest problem possible. The bigger the problem that you solve for people, the more money you're going to make. The more money you're going to make per hour. So, you know, internet obscurity is a pretty big problem for companies and businesses. And some of these companies are worth like, you know, millions of dollars, and they'll pay top dollars for a high level SEO person. So, and again, like I mentioned, you can target buyer intent keywords, which you can really track. So you can really raise the bottom line for a company when you do proper SEO on their brand or on their site. You can really help that company go from like struggling to like thriving. And this is solving a huge problem for people, which means you're gonna get valued, you're gonna be difficult to replace, and you're gonna get paid well over the long term. Whereas if you're running Facebook ads or AdWords, yes, these are platforms that's easier to learn, but because it's so easy to learn, there's a bunch of other people that have learned it as well, and which makes you more replaceable, which means that you don't have such a stable future in digital marketing. So, you know, when people promise these different skill sets like AdWords or Facebook ads or even TikTok ads or these different things, and people promise these models are very easy to learn and that's why you should get into it, you should be very wary of that. I actually look at that as a negative when people promise things to be easy to learn, because that means you don't have a stable career in that field because, again, of the saturation problem. Now, with SEO, what's nice about it as well is it's a skill set that you can continually, because there is 300 ranking factors. SEO comes in all colors and sizes, meaning one person say he might be an expert in SEO, the other person might, how can I say this? It's kind of like mixed martial arts where MMA I'm a big UFC fan, but you know, one person might be a UFC fighter and he might only know boxing. The other person might only know jiu-jitsu, but this one fighter might be well-rounded across 10 different mixed martial arts, and he can go and dominate, right? Because he has more skill sets. So same with SEO, like one individual can say he is an SEO expert, but because for myself, like I've been doing it for the last 8 years. I've spent literally millions of dollars testing different strategies just with my blog alone, epay.com. I know so much more moves than the average SEO when it comes to optimizing the site and ranking the site in the search engine that I can, on the average SEO, I can pretty handily, confidently beat. So that's what I love about it, is that it's a skill set that you can continually evolve and get more advanced in. And as you get more advanced, you have like less and less competition out there on the internet. And there's, again, 300 different ranking factors. There's probably even more ranking factors than that, but I'm just saying Google's algorithm is complex and it's getting even more complex. So like the more skill sets that you have, the more things you understand about the algorithm, the higher the advantage you have in SEO. So that just goes to show that it's so much more vast of a skill set than people realize, than the people outside looking and realize. People just think, oh, SEO, I mean, I do social media marketing, or oh, you do SEO, I do Facebook ads. No, like I look at SEO as a completely different, not even comparable to like some of those other skill sets. When you are becoming like top level, high level SEO person, like you actually, it's so much more complex and you know so much more than the average SEO that you can't just compare it to other average skill set, digital marketing skill sets. And now why am I telling you all of this? It's to, again, stress and harpen on the fact that the more difficult the skill is, the more irreplaceable you become and the more valuable you become in the marketplace. And we all know how lucrative digital marketing is. You know, digital marketing is not going anywhere anytime soon. Neither is Google. Companies of all sizes need internet exposure. And how are they going to get internet exposure? Well, the most consistent way to get internet exposure is going to be Google, right? And so when you can master the high level skill of SEO, like you're going to be in high demand for a very, very long time. Like in my lifetime, I don't think Google and SEO isn't going anywhere anytime. And so if you look at that, whereas like platforms like Facebook and Instagram ads, like these platforms are changing so drastically that you have to completely like revamp your entire strategy every like couple of years. Whereas SEO has remained steady, but like the more advanced SEO has become things that gives me even more of an advantage. So actually my career as an SEO has gotten more advantageous as of the last couple years versus when I first got started, just because of my understanding has evolved. So I say that to say, I look at SEO as more like a more advanced skill. Like if you become a brain surgeon, because it's so difficult to become a brain surgeon, like you're irreplaceable in the marketplace, right? Whereas if you just reach general doctor status, you're a lot more susceptible to being replaced. Because there's just a lot more general doctors out there, right? So SEO if you focus on SEO, it can take you very, very far, in my opinion. You have a bright future ahead of you as somebody that can make a full-time income on the internet. And, truth be told, being able to make income on the internet is a life-changing skill set. And I implore every one of you to take a really deep look at this, because it's life-changing. We have the proof. We have a group of 7,000 students, and we have students of all walks of life and we do teach SEO, that have learned the SEO skills that we taught them. They rank simple websites at the top of the search engine, and they generate leads for small businesses, which is part of my business as well. But I've also taken it to leagues beyond that, where I have a blog where I rank articles globally. So this is why my SEO knowledge has evolved and grown over the years. But if you're a beginner, that's the best place to start. Is don't start a blog, which you're going to be competing with guys like me that's got a lot more money and resources than you, plus like much more years of experience. Don't go into blogging and like the competition's too fierce. Go into local and do local lead generation, where you're only competing with 20 to 30 local companies. That's a much better place to start. Get to like 10, 15, 20K per month of net profit. Be able to quit your job. Now you have a lot more freedom and leeway. Then you can try other things. You can go into e-commerce. You can try e-commerce. You can go into Amazon FBA. Then you have cushion. You have freedom. You have passive income coming, consistent passive income coming in, because it's SEO. That you'll be able to do those other businesses. But in my opinion, everybody should. Most people are going to have a much better time succeeding with local lead generation than these other business models. And at least to get your freedom first from your 9 to 5. That's what I did. And then that gave me all the time in the world to experiment with other business models, such as affiliate marketing, blogging, etc. So that's my tip for you. And take a serious look at SEO. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, and it's highly, highly lucrative at the end of the day, because with SEO skills, you can rank your own website at the top of the search engine, generate free traffic, which free traffic equals passive income, hands-free passive income. Like you can literally rank websites, like forget about it, set it and forget it. And I have sites, lead gen sites, that make anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month since 2015. So over the last 7-8 years, these sites have made 10 to 20, 25, 30K a year in just one site. So hope you like this video. I will see you guys. If you're interested in SEO and learning about lead gen, I have links in the description. You can check out our coaching program with 7,000 students. I will see you on the next video.